My name is Vlada. I am a graduating senior. I came from Ukraine when I was 17. I immediately turned 18. Came for the most part for swimming rather than school because Queens invited me and they have a very good program. I would say that swimming was my probably primary purpose for most of my life. I used to swim professionally. I used to go to Europeans, multiple international meets when I was in Ukraine. I was a national champion. And just kind of at Queens, my probably like goals have shifted a little bit, and I started viewing swimming as a tool rather than like my primary purpose. So yeah, I would say that it's a big part of my identity.
So how could you adapt to the American culture being from Ukraine? Is so different?
It is different. Definitely, like it was a learning experience, but I think because Queens is so international, it wasn't hard. When I came here, I had my friend from Ukraine on the swim team, so that helped a lot. And I just had a lot of international friends. Like I had 2 friends from Argentina, friends from Germany, France. So I would say that because we're so like rich in culture at Queens, it was much easier. But I mean, I still do have like a lot of American friends. And I would say that yes, the cultures are different, but it doesn't make a huge difference. Like we all are doing the same thing. It's pretty easy to find like common ground regardless from where you're from.
But you told me that have another people from other countries, for Ukraine, make the things easier for the people.
Yeah, I would say that if you come here and you immediately just kind of have someone guide you through this process, it's much easier.
Do you have family?
I do have family. They're back in Ukraine. I have 2 younger sisters. I mean, obviously because of all of the events, they are out of country right now. They left a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm very close with my sister and with my mom.
What is the name of your sister?
So my 16-year-old name is Daria. And my 11-year-old name is Christina. We're actually currently working on bringing my sister, the 16-year-old, we're currently working on bringing her to Queens with my coaches and the school administration, so I'm hoping that's gonna go well. So after I graduate, she can come.
Okay, how was your life in Ukraine before come to the US?
Again, I would say it was a lot about swimming. Definitely, like my senior years of high school, I barely went to school. Like I would always be in training camps or swim meets, training. I was like very basically career focused in swimming. I wanted to be pro. I really wanted to represent Ukraine. Like it was big for me. I didn't want to go to school here because my kind of in the way that I was raised, I'm very patriotic, and my family is extremely, we live in the West, we speak Ukrainian, we, just very traditional in a lot of ways, which is why for me it was a big deal to represent my country, not just for college in the US. Like it wasn't something that I wanted to do, especially considering how good I was, I guess. I knew there was like more in store for me. I would say that I miss my life in Ukraine to some extent. I lived in Kiev when I was about like 16, 17, and I lived alone, and it was a fun time. Like I loved just being in a big city and friends that I had, and just like the connections that I had, and just being on your own at home felt more special than being on my own here.
And do you have relatives in Ukraine? Obviously, you have your family there, but you have another relatives?
Yeah.
All your family is there?
Yeah, all my family is there. We have some family in Europe, like some extended family in Russia, but my grandparents and my cousins and my aunts and uncles are in Ukraine.
Do you communicate with them?
Yes. I'm not like super close with my extended family. Just because, again, like I didn't get to spend much time with them because of swimming. Yeah, we all are in touch.